By far, The Holiday.
I love The
Oh,
Holiday.
that's a good one.
I love that movie. And even Peter likes it.
Yeah.
I get him to watch it.
Okay, Peter will watch any flick you want to watch. It's hilarious to me. He any flick.
I know he is a good sport, but I think he does really like that movie. It's cute.
It's a good movie.
You make it seem like it's a stretch that Peter would watch this movie with you. He probably also sits and watch Hallmark Channel with you and doesn't complain either.
Yeah.
Welcome to Three Little Fishes. We're three sisters who grew up in the Midwest together, but have since spread across the country. I live in Los Angeles.
I'm in Nashville.
And I live in Philadelphia. We are all married with children. We've all had careers, but now we stay at home with our families.
We've all been through ups and downs that come along with life and have always helped each other through, shared stories, and laughed together.
We welcome all of you into our daily conversations and hope you have some fun with us.
So let's jump in.
What's up, fishes?
What's up? Good to see you, girls. So hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving break. My oldest was home from college and I loved it, but it was crazy, you guys, because he came home with this little suitcase and he opened it up and it was all discombobbled with just a mess of t-shirts.
You mean it wasn't neatly folded and organized?
He didn't have, what are those called? Those packing cubes? What?
Yes, those packing cubes.
And I was like, I thought you were supposed to bring, because he was supposed to bring home a nice pair of pants to wear to a dinner. And he's like, oh yeah, they're at the bottom. And I pulled out all this stuff and I was like, he brought one that even had a hole in it. And I was like, how did this one make it into the suitcase? And then I realized in his closet, he has a lot of clothes. And I was like, you probably didn't even need to bring anything home. And then as we're looking in his closet, all these pants that he has in his closet, do not fit the child because he's lost weight. And I'm I feel like a bad mom because I did not realize that all this stuff did not fit him.
How in the hell is he losing weight in college? I always gained weight in college.
What's that called? The freshman 15? Does that still exist?
But he's a
the freshman
sophomore.
15?
I know. I think because he has later classes, so he doesn't eat till the evening. And so he probably is losing more weight. He had lost weight when he was a senior in high school and he's just kind of kept it off and then has lost a little bit more. But you guys, seriously, I was like, I feel like I did not prepare him well, with his clothes or something. I'm like, so we actually went shopping over the break with the boys and did some damage, which was not good. Talk about buyer's remorse.
Happy early Christmas. You're welcome.
Yeah, but I was like, we got to get this kid some looking better.
I love
that.
Well,
and to take off some of that guilt, he is 19 years old. So I feel like he could figure out how to get himself
He's
a pair of pants.
20.
He's 20.
Oh my gosh.
Nancy, get with it. He's 20.
He is 20. Honestly, you guys, I can't believe how old these kids are getting, and I'm in denial about it.
I know.
Ay.
But I tell you, they all got into the swing of it when we were shopping. We're like, okay, put that down. Just picked up the most expensive thing in the store.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun.
It is fun. I love it when you get to go shopping with them and then they engage and have fun with you because it doesn't happen that often anymore.
I had to also take Riley shopping over break because we had time to do it and he is outgrowing stuff. And I don't know if I would use the word fun. He is has a hard time making choices and decisions. And I was like, oh my, can you just pick one? They're both great. Just pick one, A or B.
Yeah.
Ay. But he did make a decision, but I was like, where's the vodka? Where is it?
Yeah, you needed that.
It's hard. I don't know if our listeners remember, but last week we kind of last time we kind of talked about Gladiator 2, and I was sort of had a bad attitude about it. I loved Gladiator 1. I just can't believe there's a second Gladiator. I'm so over all of the sequels. And it's like, how can you replicate Gladiator? So I'm eating crow. I did go see it. My husband really wanted to go see it. And so I was like, okay. It was actually really good. I thought they did a good job. I mean, some of it was a little predictable, but all in all, I would say it's a solid B plus, A minus. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. There's one scene, I concur, Nancy, and I'm not going to talk about it, that was kind of like, it felt like a little far-fetched. But overall, I thought it was good. And if you're looking for entertainment, hit the movie theater. It's worth it.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Yeah. I thought it was
So
good.
Johanna and we went to see Wicked. And I was like, I want to go because she really wants to go. But I love the play Wicked so much. I loved it so much that I'm like, there is no way that this movie is going to be as good as the play. I have to tell you, I really loved it. I thought it was excellent. It was super good. And it's to be continued. So it's part 2, I think, comes out next year. And I was like, I'm not a huge Ariana Grande fan. Am I saying her name right?
No, I think you're not.
How do you say her name?
Ariana. Yeah.
Ariana Grande. She's super talented with her voice, but I've never been a huge fan. She was excellent as Galinda. And I would also say, who plays the Wicked Witch?
I don't know.
Cynthia Erivo. And she plays the Wicked Witch of the West. And I thought that she did a really lovely job. All right, you all. So this week we are going to be talking about Christmas movies, ? Our favorite things with a twist, and then Ask the Sisters. So before we get into it, I just want to remind our listeners to please rate, subscribe, review, and invite 3 of your favorite fishes to jump in with the conversation with us. All right, y'all, let's jump into it. So we've been talking about movies that we saw over break, which got us thinking about Christmas movies because it is the season.
Yes.
We were having a debate here with the sisters. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
So I asked Grayson, my oldest, and he said, yes, he thinks it is a Christmas movie, but my husband said no.
Okay.
And my workout trainer also said no.
What's Grayson's reasoning for it being a Christmas movie?
I think because it is based around the Christmas holiday that he just thinks it is.
Well, I will say in my house, it's 100% considered a Christmas movie because it was shot supposedly Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And it's one that we always watch.
Yeah.
And it's a hard yes for kicking off the holiday season.
I actually watched it last night because I was curious because I hadn't seen it in a really long time. And I enjoyed it. And Bruce Willis he was really good in that movie.
He was. It's a good movie.
I mean, I'm not sure I think it's a Christmas movie. I personally don't.
I feel like it's not a Christmas movie. Like, what's a Christmas movie? Is it that it's set at Christmas, or is it like a feel-good, Christmas themed
I
movie?
feel like it has to be
like a
feel
blood
good
and guts kind of movie. Is that Christmas? It doesn't leave me with warm fuzzies and I want to hug all my people and eat a cookie. It's great. It's a great movie. I love it. But my husband really feels that it's a Christmas movie. We have very big, powerful feelings about it. We watch it at Christmas, so maybe it's a Christmas movie. I don't know.
I'm a sucker at Christmas time for the Hallmark Channel. They're having their holidays section now, and I love it.
I am too. And let's also be clear, if it has Chevy Chase in it, anything, you're like, oh, I'm there. So I would suspect Christmas Vacation is on a loop at your house.
So Christmas Vacation was on during the holidays, and that movie is funny. I mean, I think that Chevy Chase is good in it. And I think because he does remind me of our father. He does a lot of things that I could see our dad doing. Like in that movie, they go out and like try and cut down their Christmas tree, and they're like literally traipsing through like these huge piles of snow to get to this perfect tree that they have to cut down. I mean, it's so funny. But Randy Quaid in that movie, Eddie, he plays Eddie. He like cracks me up because he's so
so over the top.
trashy. Like it's just hilarious. And like when he was at the Christmas table and he starts eating the serving spoon, like he's
with
eating
the serving spoon.
with the serving spoon is just like so funny to me.
I mean, Kathy, I would like to be at that table with you with somebody trying to eat a serving spoon. Like, I just would love to see you. How would you handle that?
I don't know.
I feel like you and Tim, have you ever watched this movie together? Because I think that you two would really enjoy each other's company. He loves it too. He thinks it's hilarious.
Rich
and when
loves
he's
it.
like,
Yes.
when he's like gnawing on the bone, like the bone.
Right. The turkey was so dry, they're like crunching the food.
That about sends me over the edge, like the gnawing on the bones. I find
can't
so
stand it.
disgusting. And like no thanks.
It's just sort of like one-off lines are funny.
And I think it's funny how you keep throwing dad under the bus. Like, our dad is Chevy Chase.
Well, he is a little bit like they got that huge tree and put it on their car with like the root and all, and it's like hanging over the car. It's like totally something our dad would do.
Well, I will tell you that it's
never has.
I will tell you that that's changed a little bit because when they were out visiting me, just a side note, Tim had to work and I don't want to wait to put up our Christmas tree. He's really busy with work right now and was like, I can't do our Christmas tree until we're into December.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that. I like it right after Thanksgiving because I want to enjoy it.
Right.
So with our parents here, I'm like, oh, you guys, this will be so fun. Let's go get our Christmas tree. So, normally you put a tree on the top of the car, but dad was like, I need a tarp. I was like, okay, I have a tarp. I don't know why. I'm thinking, why do you need a tarp?
What?
Well, because he likes to put the Christmas tree inside the car now. So he lays a tarp inside the car and then he puts a Christmas tree all the way in the car and you take 2 cars to where you're buying your Christmas tree. Because he says it's way easier to deal with the tree if it's not on top of the car. Yeah, this is what he does now.
This is a new development.
New development, right.
First of all, there's no way they do that with their own tree because they always have to cut the top off of their tree because they buy one that's too big.
Right, that's what I thought
There's no
too.
way it goes inside the car. There's no
You guys,
way. I don't buy it.
I know, that's what I thought too, but I actually asked him the same question because I'm like, you're like Mr. Willoughby that you have to cut off your top.
Right.
And mom's like, oh no, we put it inside now. It does. It fits in our Suburban. I was like, what? She's like, we've been doing it for years. I honestly, that's what she says. Years, deadpan. This is what we do.
There is no way that would fit in the car.
I don't buy it. I want video evidence. No way.
Yeah. So I don't know. Would Chevy Chase in his later years also put the tree in the car? I don't know.
He'd break the window or something.
Yeah. It would go through the windshield.
Oh, that's funny.
So what's another like must-watch Christmas movie for you girls?
I still love the original Miracle on 34th Street. I like the black and white version. And my family is like, black and white. Oh, no, we don't want to do it. And so I feel like I watch some of these things by myself.
By far, The Holiday.
I love The Holiday.
That's a good one.
I love that movie. And even Peter likes it.
Yeah.
I get him to watch it.
Okay, for the viewers who do not know, even Peter watches it. Peter will watch any flick you want to watch. It's hilarious to me. He any flick.
I know he is a good sport, but I think he does really like that movie. It's cute.
It's a good movie.
You make it seem like it's a stretch that Peter would watch this movie with you. He probably also sits and watch Hallmark Channel with you and doesn't complain either.
I love White Christmas with Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye and Vera.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yes, you
either.
have. It's got that sisters.
Yeah. I mean, I like the
Little,
music in it for sure. I do like it. I
I
do
think
like
it's
White Christmas.
sweet.
It's
It's
not,
such a sweet
it's
movie.
sweet. All right, guys, our favorite things with the twist.
So I'm going to throw myself under the bus and let my crazy out. I have a thing where I have like a very sensitive nose about smells. So a smell is a big thing for me. And so I carry around in my purse at all times a roller perfume that I absolutely love. And I was shopping over the weekend and I was at the mall, and the mall was cram jammed with all kinds of people. And I then left the mall with like the smells of all the people, and I went to lunch and I got out my roller perfume because I just felt like I smelled like people. And I could not enjoy my meal. So I was like, I need to have like a good smell. I can't handle this. So
I mean, I could just imagine you having your roller like rolling all over your face, your arms, your legs.
well, I did roller behind my ears, so it would wolf up to my nose, and I rollered my wrist. But anyway, my little nieces were with me, and they were like so curious. What are you doing? And I'm like, I need to smell good. And so I rollered their little wrists, and I rollered their mom.
That is so funny.
Because, and it's something, and I sit in hockey rinks a lot because of our son, and so I roller in the hockey rink a lot too, because the hockey rink does not smell good. There's something icky about like the hockey
Boys are
equipment,
gross.
ice, just the whole thing does not smell
Yeah.
good. It just doesn't smell good.
Yeah.
It has its own odor. So anyway, I am a big fan of this roller perfume, and it's got like a lot of oil in it, so it stays, and it's like lovely. So we'll put the
And-
link in the show notes for you guys so you can see it, and you can get it. It's the same price from the company or on Amazon. So we'll share that.
And it's not expensive, right? Which
It's
is
like
what I was amazed.
$28. It's just like roller. It lasts me all year. And
Yeah.
I use it all the time. So I love it. So that's my favorite thing that I use all the time.
I'm
because
going to check it out.
I'm
My
crazy.
boys were like, when we were together, I don't know if it's like all the eating that we were doing, but they were like passing gas, and I almost about passed out. And I don't know.
You
I
need
don't
the
even know if
roller.
the roller thing would work. Like, I mean, I was like, "You guys are you ill?" Like, like it was bad.
Boys are
boy.
gross.
They are.
I mean, Kathy, this might save you. The roller
might save you.
perfume.
You need roller
I need to
perfume.
get that.
Yeah.
Just put
Yeah.
it up high so you can like get the good smells.
I found a new favorite thing lately, and I don't know if I'm just late to the party, but we I got a deplaner for my face,
Yeah.
and I just bought like the disposable kind
Yep.
from Flawless, and I have only had it for like a week and a half now, but I love it. I'm like kind of
Oh.
obsessed with it.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
I do have dry skin, and it really does help.
Yeah, it's so nice for your skin. It helps your moisturizer. I don't know. It just
Do you
helps
use
your
one?
makeup. I do. I have daughters, so we've been using them for a little while. And as you age too, like I find for me, my skin has gotten more dry. So it also kind of exfoliates
Yeah.
so that everything just feels more fresh. Your skin just looks more fresh. I don't know if it's really real or not, but I feel better and I feel like it looks
Yeah.
better. So
I
I'm a big fan.
actually used it a couple of days in a row, and I cut myself on my like jawline.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not surprised to hear that you did that. Please don't get mad when I say this, but you do get a little obsessive. So
Well, you should get one. I think you would like it.
I'm going to try it. So what's not expensive?
Well, I got mine from Amazon, and it's Flawless was the brand, and I think it was $14.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it comes with several like of the little razors blades that you change out, and then
Yeah.
you can order replacement blades, and I think they're $15 for a bunch of them. So,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like it's that expensive for
No,
a beauty
that's
product.
reasonable.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm a big
'cause-
fan of those deplaners. I think they're great.
Well, I know you can buy more expensive ones, like the Sonic something. I mean, I was kind of looking at it online, and I was like, well, I don't even know if I like it enough to like get,
Yeah,
spend
spend
that
the
kind of
money.
money first.
Yeah.
But I think I probably would like it.
I kind of love this about you guys because you're always testing these products ahead of me. And then when I get them, I know that they're good. So if, I feel like I'm going to follow your lead here.
I think she's calling us old.
A product.
So my favorite thing right now is not anything I've purchased, but so years ago, my mother-in-law came to visit and we were out shopping and we went and bought a treat and we found some French macaroons. And we bought, macaroons are small, and each of these macaroons were like $2.50 or $2.75 for one cookie. And they were good, but they weren't amazing. And my mother-in-law was like, I think that I could make better macaroons. I'm going to figure it out. And she's a very, very good cook. She used to have a bakery.
Oh, okay.
So she went home and she found a recipe and she perfected it. And then the next time she came out to visit, she taught me how to make French macaroons. And they work and they're delicious. And so I make them on occasion for special times. I don't always make them, but I'll make them for birthdays or the holidays or something like that. And so I sometimes give them as gifts wrapped in a bow, to friends. And so I made some this past weekend because it was my friend's birthday. And I know that she loves my macaroons. And so I made these pink French macaroons and tied them up in a bow. And I went to this outdoor party for her. And I'm like, I made a treat to share, or you can keep it yourself. And she's like, oh no, I'll share. And she's like, wait, what's in here? And I'm like, I made you macaroons. She's like, sorry, guys. And she put it aside and did not share her macaroons. So I will post this recipe if you are interested in trying to make these French macaroons. I found that they really turn out. They just take a little time, but it's a yummy little treat if you're up for trying an adventure in the kitchen. But they're one of my favorite things, and I feel like they're a hit.
I love those too.
Nancy, I'm laughing because your cat Loki is behind you. And I'm thinking that she's going to start eating the lights, like on the Christmas Vacation, how the cat ate the lights and
Yeah, it was like,
caused it to short out like all the lights.
Yeah.
Your cat would do that.
Oh, my cat would 100% do it. And we just put up our tree and we were watching TV the other night and she came around it and Tim's like, oh, she's scaling the tree. She's getting ready to jump in. So I'm expecting any moment for our tree to topple over. And yes,
She's
it looks nice.
What can I do today to that tree?
I know y'all, she is mischievous. She is mischievous for sure.
It's funny.
Yes. Ask the sisters. We got a question. Let's see. Let's throw it out.
dear sisters, I want to have a Christmas party. I have a big group I spend time with, but I don't want to host a huge party. How do I get away with having a smaller group without hurting feelings? Thanks for your advice. It's a tough one.
It is tough.
It is. I struggle with this sometimes too because I have a smaller house, and if you have families and they have kids, it does fill up very quickly. And I've always erred on if I'm inviting more than two families, and it's becoming a party and kids are included, I just throw it out and just say it's going to be tight. And I come from the place of being more inclusive because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Because I think I'm sensitive and I don't want people to misread what I did. So I think I would err on the side of being more inclusive.
Yeah.
Or I would keep it small. What would you all do?
I probably would not exclude people and have to bite the bullet there. But if you have to draw a line, I would say invite the people that give you the most joy. Right?
You're in, you're out. You're in, you're
Yeah.
out.
You're not as
Yeah.
fun, so you're not included.
You're a fun sucker, so you're out.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like this is a really, really tough situation, especially during the holidays. And if you have limited space and limited resources, because the more people you invite, the more expensive
Right.
it gets. So that does become a different thing. So I think if you feel like you want something very small, then you make it very small. Otherwise, if it's like 8 people or more, if you're just doing ladies or you're doing couples or whatever, then everybody has to kind of participate and bring things to help you, because otherwise it becomes prohibitively expensive anymore. I mean, everything's really expensive this year. So
I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for our listener. I feel like we don't have a good answer for you other than to say, it's not worth hurting people's feelings and excluding if you can get away with having people bring things. I think just let people know it could be tight fit and, try to welcome.
And the other thing is just because you've invited them doesn't mean they're all going to be available. Like
That's
people's
true.
calendars
Yeah, that's
fill
true.
up. But I also feel like you have to take care of yourself. And if it becomes stressful to feel like you have to have all these people, I would draw a line. And if somebody asked you about it, be like, I wasn't trying to be hurtful. I just had limited space and it was just a few of us getting together. Just because you get together with a couple of family friends doesn't mean you have to invite your whole circle of friends either.
Well, I was just going to say too, it's like you could pare it down by like, are you having like some of your, older kids' friends and their families, or is it your younger kids? Like, or is it work people, or, you could section it
Right.
like that and just limit it that way to make it easier.
Good luck, listener. We hope we gave you a little help. I don't know if we did, but good luck with
Yeah.
your party.
Yep.
Have fun.
Have fun.
What's for dinner? I have extra pie crust, and I didn't put it in the freezer. I guess I could have, but I have it in the refrigerator still. So I am going to make Quicke Lorraine because it's easy for me to just whip it up and everybody can kind of eat in sections because Riley's high school soccer season started, and I feel like we're not eating together anyway. So it's just a nice way for people to grab dinner on the fly and use up leftovers that I have.
That sounds good.
We're doing tacos tonight, and instead
Taco
of
Tuesday.
instead of putting them in tortillas, I'm putting them in avocado halves. I know.
Avocado halves. Ooh.
Yeah.
We are. My youngest son actually has a wrestling tournament today for the first one, and I think we're going to go out for dinner.
Nice. I love
So
that.
wait, back up. How do I not know this? When did Carson start wrestling?
I know it's new, a new thing. He thinks it will help him with lacrosse. He's a face-off kid, and he thinks it's going to be beneficial. So he is all in.
I don't think I could handle watching wrestling. So my hat's off to you.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it either.
I can barely handle watching Riley play soccer, let alone like watching somebody like wrestle that I care about. Like, yeah.
Well, he told me that the sessions are only like 3 minutes or something like that. So I guess it's not horrible. It doesn't go on forever, but we'll see. I'll let you know what I think of it.
Yeah.
Good luck, Sea Dog.
Well, we want to thank you for listening to our podcasts and letting us sisters jump into your day. Please make sure to follow, rate, and review us. We'd love to have your feedback. Also, please share our podcast with your favorite little fishes so we can grow. Have a wonderful rest of your week and a wonderful weekend. Sisters out.